This is Chapter 11 of Howard's A People's History of the United States, and this is Robber Barons and Rebels. Around this time, there were many technological advancements, including that of the new machines having a more prominent role in American culture and society. And especially one of these machines was, I guess you could say, the train, because the construction of the Transcontinental Railroad was in 1863 and 1869, and this was a meeting of the Union Pacific and the Central Pacific Railroads. This was actually built by 3,000 Irish and 10,000 Chinese over a period of 4 years. However, the wages that the workers were paid was very unfair, being only $1 to $2 a day. Also around this time, the 14th Amendment was passed in July 1868, and this gave citizenship and equal protection of laws to all people, including former slaves. However, this soon changed into being a protection act for corporations rather than any new immigrants to America, and also former African American slaves. Also around this time, John D. Rockefeller started the Standard Oil Company in 1870, and he made arrangements with certain train corporations to give him discounts to transfer his oil, which eventually drove other train and oil companies out of business. In 1872, Andrew Carnegie brings a new steel production method to America from London. He went to London to witness the Bessemer method, which was a different way at producing steel, which, when he brought back to America, greatly increased steel production in the United States. Later in the 1870s, in 1877, there was a depression in the South that pushed farmers to create a Farmers Alliance, and this was an association that allowed these farmers to buy things as a group and get lower prices rather than individual buying and having a worse time for themselves in that depression. And also, J.P. Morgan bought the Carnegie Steel Company around this time for $492 million, which was, I guess, would say a lot back then. But also around this time, a little later, the Grover Cleveland was elected president and was president from 1884 to 1887. And one of the things that he was greatly known for was him helping the Texas farmers by giving them $1,000 to get through a drought that had happened. And in conclusion of this chapter, along with all the advancements in machinery and industry, the topic of racism began to intensify as the South wanted to be the South again, as in there was more segregation and racism towards the black majority of the southern part of the United States, and this was just starting to revamp into a whole new period of time that would continue throughout America to around the 1950s, 60s, and 70s of American history.